sure that's not wrong.
11 o'clock was a good guess. Mr. Bennett, you got it. You did good.
Mike,
I'll go. I'll stand up. Just barely out.
yes. Represent. Everybody ready? Ready? Okay.
I've got 30 more seconds. We'll wait 30 seconds just to make sure I don't start early. I did that once and someone wasn't here yet. So, anybody need white balance or anything? Or you guys already all have that?
Sounds like you must have had it good.
Yeah. 11 means 11. All right, we'll go ahead and get started here. I'm Lieutenant Aaron Moses, Aaron Moses, Executive Officer with the Wichita Police Department. We are all here today to provide an update on the investigation into the theft of the Jackie Robinson statue from League 42 in late January. I'd like to thank City Council members who are here. I'd also like to thank DA Bennett for being here, the Chief, Director of Parks Troy Houtman, and Bob from League 42 is here as well. What I'm going to do is I'm going to read from a press release that we've prepared that we'll also push out after this press conference. In this press release, we're going to give an update of, or sort of a background of the investigation, a timeline, and then update you with the information we have today. So on January 25th, 2024, Wichita police officers responded to an incident at League 42, located in the 1300 block of East 17th Street in Wichita, regarding the theft of the Jackie Robinson statue. Property crimes investigators promptly initiated an inquiry, scouring the vicinity for video evidence and conducting interviews to ascertain the circumstances of the theft and motive behind it. WPD detectives conducted over 100 interviews both within and outside of Sedgwick County to resolve this case. On January 28th, 2024, officers from the Wichita Police Department Field Community Response Team located the suspect vehicle used in the theft unoccupied at an apartment complex in Wichita. Subsequently, on January 30th, 2024, the Wichita Fire Department discovered parts of the statue in a trash can at Garvey Park while responding to a fire call. Investigators persistently pursued leads in this case. On February 12th, 2024, our investigators presented the case details to Sedgwick County District Attorney Mark Bennett. In response, DA Bennett formally charged 45-year-old Ricky Alderetti, who is currently in custody, with felony theft, a value over $25,000, aggravated criminal damage to property, identity theft, and making false information. The investigation has not revealed any evidence indicating that this was a hate-motivated crime. Instead, we believe this theft was motivated by the financial gain of scrapping common metal. Our detectives remain committed to gathering information to identify and charge all individuals involved in the theft and the destruction of the Jackie Robinson statue. The WPD extends its gratitude to the community for their support, patience, and information related to this case. I'll now hand it over to Councilmember Brandon Johnson for a few words.
Thanks, Aaron. I'll be brief. I am really happy to see that one of the individuals is now in jail. I am grateful for the work that the Wichita Police Department has done, the incredible amount of time spent with the interviews, and to the community as well, helping out with leads. But this is just one of the individuals. I'm looking forward to the rest of them being arrested and charged as well. This is an occurrence that should not have happened. We were all baffled and even talking earlier about why something like this would happen. Hopefully this is a testament to all who might think about doing something like this in the future. The Wichita Police Department works pretty quickly. They do great work, and you would be found if you did something like that. I am grateful for this and looking forward to the rest of the individuals to be arrested and charged as well.
I'll now invite up Sergeant Trevor McDonald. He is our larceny investigative section supervisor, and he's representing property crimes. He'll speak briefly about the efforts of the investigators and not go into the details of the investigation. Sergeant?
Thank you very much. I'll be fairly brief on this because we don't want to get into the details of the investigation, because it does continue at this point in time. We have every intention of making additional arrests in the forthcoming weeks and months as we continue to look at the facts of this case. This case started out with a area that is fairly secluded and with good video tips, with a lot of good community effort. With other persons giving information, we're able to develop some suspects on this case and ultimately charging yesterday with the DA's office, Ricky. Ricky is being charged with those 4 crimes specifically related to the theft of the statue, and because of it being a regulated metal, that is why there's an aggravated criminal damage to property case that is also being levied against him. Is there any questions?
Before questions, I'll actually invite up
Oh,
Sullivan
that's good.
just to make a brief comment about the efforts of the department and the community.
Good morning. Great morning that it is, thanks to the efforts of my detectives, led by Lieutenant Seiler in the back of the room there, and of course Sergeant McDonald. I also want to thank the many officers, our crime analysts, and other professional staff, and of course the public who called in so many tips, responded in the way they did, the cooperation and guidance we received from our great district attorney, Mr. Bennett, support from Parks and Rec, the staff there, and of course League 42, the Wichita Metro Crime Commission, and of course members of the media. You have kept this story in the public domain where it needed to be and kept the interest alive, and we appreciate the efforts of everyone. This was an incredible investigation. I look forward when we can talk more about the details of it and the efforts that the individual investigators, all the members of the property crime section put into this, the technology that was used. This was a painstaking investigation, but if you try to take something from this community, it won't be tolerated, and we will use all of the resources and the talents of the Wichita Police Department to bring you to justice, and I am confident this is only the first arrest and that there are more to come. So thank you to everyone that's here today, and of course, the support of our mayor and all the members of council, especially Councilman Johnson. Again, we are grateful for your support. Thank you.
We will take a few questions, but I will remind you this is an active investigation, and it is now a charged case in district court, so we are limited in the information we can give.
Could you talk about how many additional suspects you're looking for in this person's specific role in the case?
We're not going to talk about his specific role in the case. That'll come out through the court process with DA Bennett's office. However, we know from the surveillance video that there were at least 3 individuals there when the statue was taken, and we know it was taken somewhere where other individuals were present. So I'm not going to give a firm number on how many people we're looking for. I'll tell you we will continue the investigation until we're confident that everyone has been identified and held accountable for their actions.
Was the vehicle owned by this gentleman that was arrested?
I don't believe it was.
Could you spell his name, his first and last name?
Absolutely. First name Ricky, R-I-C-K-Y. Last name Alderete, A-L-D-E-R-E-T-E. And we'll send out a press release shortly with that name in it. Other questions?
Certain that it wasn't a race-related crime.
Our investigation has led us to be very confident that it was not a race-related crime. Instead, it was due to financial gain for common metals. I can't speak into details about that. Again, those are details that will come out through DA Bennett's office in court, but we are very confident that this was not a race-related crime.
Did the suspect say that specifically?
We're not going to go into whether the suspect spoke with us or what he said if he did.
He was booked and charged on the 12th.
He was charged on the 12th.
You know when he was supposed to
Mr. Alderetti was originally booked into jail on February 1st on other charges.
Is there a reason that it was the 12-day period? Is that just to add those other charges?
No, he was arrested on an unrelated case. He had a pending warrant for his arrest that he was arrested on. And then we gathered additional information in that time frame to make sure that we were prepared to present the case to the district attorney for charging.
What was his relationship to the owner of the vehicle?
We're not going to go into that today.
Thank you, everybody.
Thanks, everybody.